Yo, what's up guys, Mr. Goldsworthy here, and I'm sorry, I actually was recording all my Blu-rays and I just realized that the mic was muted, my PC mic, and sorry if it's bad quality, but yeah, I'm gonna do my Blu-ray collection. Like I said before I recorded and forgot about this, and sorry if you hear any noises outside, there's construction outside, and I'm trying to do this as fast as possible before my dad gets home. He could be home any minute. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be recording this, but oh well. Also, um, this is not in alphabetical order. I just mixed them all up, trying to get all of them out where I keep them. So sorry about that. And sorry, this is my face reveal. If you haven't noticed, it's the first time I ever showed my face, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm doing this Blu-ray. I'm doing a Blu-ray collection, and I actually was gonna do a Blu-ray update after I record this because I just got recently got new Blu-rays, but I'm just gonna show them off anyway. So once again, it's not a particular order, but I'm gonna start the ones that are at the bottom. I moved everything back up top over here on my bed. And sorry, some of them are actually far away on my bed, so I might just reach over and try to grab it. Sorry. And I'm gonna be putting them down right here on the floor. So I'm sorry again. So I'm gonna start again. Next, the first one was Incredible Hulk. A lot of people hate this movie, or didn't hate. They were disappointed because they thought this had potential. This is one of the first Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, and it was better than the other Hulk movie that we got in 2003, I can say that. Next is one of the most or the worst hated movie of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that is Iron Man 2. I personally like this better than Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is my least favorite out of the Iron Man trilogy, but I see why people hate it. But yeah, this was more entertaining to me. And plus, they messed it up the other one. Alright, next is Thor, the original Thor, good movie. Chris Hemsworth is good. Captain America, the first Avenger, good movie. Haley Atwell, super hot. Can't go wrong with that movie. Surprise tip for me was Ant-Man. Yeah, it's a great movie. And I just realized when I was recording, I couldn't find Guardians of the Galaxy. Usually I keep all these together. Next is the Avengers, the one that everyone was excited for when they first announced it, and when it came out, they made $1 billion. I think in 1 week when it was out or so. Next is my least favorite Iron Man movie, Iron Man 3. And they ruined the Mandarin in that movie. Next is Thor, The Dark World. I thought this was better than Thor. A lot of people say that it's not, and I totally understand why. So please don't hate. Next is Avengers: Age of Ultron. A lot of people didn't think it was as good as the original. I think otherwise. I think it was perfect. I thought it was the best it could be. Loved it, and I see why people don't like the love story between Hulk and Black Widow, which I totally agree because it's kind of weird. Next is Captain America, the first, not the first Avenger, the Winter Soldier. Sorry, it's people being stupid out there. Fucking asshole. This is the Winter Soldier. This is by far, they say, the best cinematic universe movie, like quality wise and everything. Overall, great movie. Winter Soldier comes out this weekend, and by the time I'm releasing this, this is probably gonna be in parts. This is yeah, you guys probably already seen it by now. Next is the Batman quadruple pack. It comes with Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. This is nostalgia for me. I watched all of these except for Forever. I've recently seen that. I've never seen that one before. Yeah, it's not good in today's standards. The only one that aged well for me was the original Batman. But yeah, it was a $4. I could have just bought this one, but this was cheap, so I decided to get all of them. Next is Batman Begins, the start of Christopher Nolan's trilogy. Can't go wrong with that. Next is The Dark Knight, my favorite Batman movie. Oh, yeah, favorite Batman movie. But I do like Ben Affleck's Batman way better than Christian Bale's. Next is Dark Knight Rises. Great movie. This is a strong end to his trilogy. Not as strong, but I like Tom Hardy as Bane. He did a good job. Next is the original Iron Man, the one that started all the cinematic universe. Love this movie. I remember the first time I've seen it. My dad listed some of it. My dad. They let my dad borrow it. Loved it. Next is Pursuit of the The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Great movie, sad movie. This guy is playing the Flash. He already came out in Batman v Superman. I'm really interested in what he's going to do with the character. And this movie made me teary-eyed. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you guys seen it. Next is Fury. I did not see this in theaters. I wanted to, but then I was like mad about it, and then my friend told me I should watch it, and then I bought it, and it was like $10. Not disappointing. It's a good movie. Next is my favorite Emma Stone movie, and that is Easy A. Great movie. If you guys haven't watched it, you guys should watch it. This should be really cheap now. This came out back in 2010, that was 6 years ago. Still remember when that came out in theaters. I didn't watch it in theaters, but I did buy it in Blu-ray. Next is How to Train Your Dragon 2. Fun fact, I actually saw this movie, no, not this movie, the original, before I went to go see this movie. I watched it right before I went to go see this movie because I never seen the original. And why would I go see the second one without seeing the original? Next is my nostalgia movie, and it's The Mummy. I still hate that part with the fat dude and the bug. It's the reason why I hate bugs so much. And yeah, I watched this as a child, and it's nostalgia, and you can't go wrong with The Mummy, the original one. The second one was good and not as good, and the CGI was terrible for the stupid Scorpion King. But the third one was just complete garbage, or at least I thought. This is American Ultra. Great movie. My friend didn't like it as much as I did when we see it in theaters, but I loved it. Next is Barely Lethal. Good movie. The chick from Game of Thrones is here, the one that played Sansa Stark. Yeah, she's in this movie. She's really, really hot in this movie too. Next is the first Disney remake movie that I've seen in theaters, and it's Maleficent. Didn't think it was gonna be good. Blew me away. I was so wrong. Loved it. Next is Silver Linings Playbook. Loved Jennifer Lawrence in this one. She was really hot in this one. Bradley Cooper was good in this one too, and I don't really like his movies as much. Next is a movie called Boogie Woogie, and the only reason why I got this is because Amanda Seyfried's in it, and yeah, it was an alright movie. Rated R. I've never heard of it before, and I wanted to check it out. Next is Nostalgia, Independence Day. The sequel comes out this year. Cannot wait for the sequel. Hopefully, it's not disappointing. As long as it kind of like, I would rather have them rehash the movie from the original than do something different and it completely sucks. But I'll be happy with the new one. Hopefully, it comes out I think 2 months from now. Next is The Prestige. This is actually got this at my local used, like, I want to say thrift store, but they sell a bunch of stuff. They sell used Blu-rays and new Blu-rays. But I got this for $10.99. This was actually brand new. This wasn't used. Prestige, Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman and Scarlett Johansson are in this. I heard good things about it. Hopefully it is good. I'll watch it one day when I have time. I'm in school, so it's kind of hard for me to watch stuff. Next is Red Lights. The other reason why I got this is because Elizabeth Olsen's in it, and she's currently my celebrity crush. And I'm trying to get all of her movies, and there's only one movie that is not in the United States, or it's not released in the United States as a Blu-ray edition. It is on DVD, but I'd rather have the Blu-ray. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet, and this was used, and it was only $7, so I was like, okay. Next is my first it's animated Marvel movie, I guess. Is The Invincible Iron Man. I haven't seen it. I want to get into more Marvel stuff. So what about this? And still haven't opened it, and for only $7, can't go wrong with it. Next is probably one of the most, just the 20th Century Fox hated Marvel movies ever. Fantastic Four, the double pack of Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer in the original. And this is the Own the Moments one, and this was discontinued, and I bought it right before it got discontinued, and now they sell these two separately. This is a guilty pleasure for me. I loved these movies. I watched the first one I watched both of them in theaters, I think. I loved both of them. I see why a lot of people hate it. I can tell why. But it's a guilty pleasure. Right, next is Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, the original one. The best one. Sorry if you hear that. The best one by far. Love this one. This is the best one. Next is the sequel, Dead Man's Chest. And it took them 3 years for this one to come out. I didn't think they were going to make any more, or a sequel to the original. Came out, was not disappointing. CGI still looks amazing today. This came out 10 years ago already. By the time I'm recording this, it's 2016. And next is the sequel to that one is the At World's End. This actually came out literally a year after the second one came out. They probably filmed this back to back. I remember when Dead Man Chest came out, and then they said the third one comes out next year. I was like, are you serious? Wow, that's fast. And it's still a good movie. It's the least good one from the other two, but they did end it good. I thought it was a worthy ending. Next is the first animated movie I bought for Disney, and that's Aladdin. This is my favorite film out of all the animated ones that predate 2000, the year 2000. So like the 90s, 80s, 70s, and all. This is the first one I bought, and this is the diamond edition of Aladdin. Can't go wrong with that. I was gonna buy the imported version, the European version, but I saw that was announced, so I was like, alright, I'll get it. Next is Home Alone, the double pack. The only two you need to own. I watched this during Christmas time. I love both of these movies. I've seen the third, I've seen the fourth, I've seen the no. Next is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the 50th anniversary edition. This is the animated TV movie. Good movie, and this edition comes with a bunch of special features. I bought this for like $10. I've seen it before, but I don't remember much of it. I wanted to watch it again, and that's what I bought it. Next is Hocus Pocus. Can't go wrong with this movie. Halloween classic. The Disney film came out 90s, somewhere in the 90s. Sorry about this. Can't do anything about it. Sorry. Yeah, good movie. You guys should watch it, or you should have seen it once as a child. Next is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey live action version. Love this movie. Watch it every year. And then they recently got re-released in the Grinchmas edition, and I had to get it. I didn't have it on Blu-ray. My sister has it on DVD. My sister does have a few Blu-rays, but those are her collection, so I'm not touching those. Next is The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Love this movie. Saw it on TV. It was good. Nicolas Cage is hilarious. So was Jay. And what's her face? The chick. She's super hot too. Next is Cinderella. Another good live action remake of the classic films. Good movie. I didn't think it was going to be good. I didn't see it in theaters. I bought it on Blu-ray, and the visuals are stunning in this movie. Visually, oh my god. Next is the triple pack of Friday the 13th Killer Cut, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and Freddy vs. Jason. The only reason why I got this is because of Freddy vs. Jason. I know a lot of people hate all three of these movies anyway. I really liked Freddy vs. Jason, and this separately, Freddy vs. Jason was like $13, and this was $10 for all three of these movies. So might as well get three movies for the price of one. Next is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the 2004 movie. Amazing, loved it. The quality of the cartoons, like the art and everything, is better quality than the show. And of course, it should be. Then the sequel, which was sort of a letdown, was just the Sponge Out of Water. It was still a good movie. I still liked it. It took them literally a decade to make this movie. Finally, I would consider this a sequel, at least I do. And the cartoons are way better than the show, obviously. And yeah, I liked it. Now I can see why people didn't. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure this doesn't fall. Next is Shrek 2, the best Shrek. This is the only one I've seen in theaters. Loved it, and yeah, I was super excited when this came out too. And that was 11 years ago. No, 12 years ago now. Next is the original Shrek. Those are the only two that I own. Those are the only two you need to own. I don't really like the third one, fourth one. Seen all of them, but these are the ones I want to own. And I did see at Best Buy recently that they had the whole story for $20. I was gonna buy that, but I already have these two, and I don't really like the other ones, so I didn't buy them. Next is Dragon Ball Z, the Resurrection F. This is the only Dragon Ball that I own, and I really want to see this when it's in theaters, so I bought it on Blu-ray as soon as it came out. Was not disappointed, and obviously, well, not obviously, but for me, Frieza, the story arc, Frieza is my favorite one out of all the other story arcs. And then there's so much Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball spin-offs and all that it's too hard to keep up with for me. Next is the only Studio Ghibli movie I own, and the only one I liked is Spirited Away. Well, I wouldn't say the only one I liked. I haven't really seen the other ones. My sister has the Blu-rays of those over there. I should probably check them out, but this is the only one that I own specifically. Love this movie. I'll never get tired of watching this movie. The art. God, I nailed that one. Next is Son of God. Biblical movie. Super controversial. Then again, all the biblical movies are controversial. And I mean all the movies. All the religious people backslash all the movies. Next is Passion of the Christ. This was super gory. Mel Gibson. Wow. Could have dealt with less of the goriness. Next is Exodus. A good movie. Loved Christian Bale as Moses. Told you. Controversial again, once again. Next is Insidious Chapter 3. My least favorite out of the trilogy, but you should still watch the trilogy. They're good films. My favorite horror movies. Next is 22 Jump Street. And we don't own the original. Thought this was a worthy sequel. And they recently announced I guess it would be a spin-off. It's a crossover between Men in Black and 22 or 21 Jump Street, the 20 Jump Street universe. Next is Lemony Snicket's, a series on unfortunate events. Nostalgia. Wanted to see it again. Did not age well for me. It's a confusing storyline. Next is Get Hard. A lot of people hated it. See why? I loved it. I love this kind of humor. Sorry, I'm getting a little gassy. Next is The Woman in Black 2, The Angel of Death. Not as good as the original. I like the original way, way better. Next is Pitch Perfect. Great movie. I loved it. This was better than the second one. The second one is also a great movie. And I'm not really a big fan of musicals, but those two I really liked. In High School Musical, I liked the first one, and the second one, third one was I don't know those. I don't even think they exist on Blu-ray. I know they exist on DVD. But next is 50 Shades of Grey. Don't give me hate on this. I wanted to see what the whole controversy was about. They said that it was too, explicit or blah. No, was it? No, it wasn't. It could have been way worse. They, if anything, they kind of hold back on the sex kind of stuff. Oh man, I messed that up. Alright, next is Zombieland, classic film, and I really loved all these actors, including the sister. I really liked the movie. Next is A Million West Dies in the West. My friend gave this to me for a Christmas present. Great movie. I wanted to see this when it was in theaters actually. Didn't get a chance. They say Charlize Theron was great and Liam Neeson was hilarious as well. He's the creator of Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane. Can't go wrong with him. Next is the only movie you should own of this series is the original Hangover. All three have the same plot, so it doesn't really matter which one you own. You can own the second one. You practically own all of them. They're the same. It's the same plot. But yeah, this is the only one I'm probably gonna own. All right. Next is Horrible Bosses. Great film. I prefer this over the sequel. The sequel was a worthy sequel though. It was funny, but not as funny as I thought it was gonna be. And speaking of the devil, here it is. Horrible Bosses 2. I did see this in theaters. The other one I didn't. I was recommended by a friend to see that. Saw this one, loved it. Not as much as the original, but it was hilarious. I have a great sense of humor. I laugh at anything, even if it's offensive. I laugh. I'm not too serious. Next is Tangled. Love this movie. I know it's kind of girly, and actually, to be honest, I do like chick flicks, I guess. The only one I don't like is Notebook. Not gonna see that ever. Never, ever, ever. Next is The Grey, a suspenseful movie, Liam Neeson movie. Confusing as hell at first, but then I got into it. It was a good movie. My friend Globert or Globe Gaming, you guys should know, man. Yeah, he recommended me that movie. Next is Curse of Chucky. It was a worthy sequel to all the other ones. It was like, how do you say, true to the trilogy of Child's Play. Horror based, not comedy. There's a little bit of dark comedy, but not like Seed of Chucky or Bride of Chucky. I prefer this one over the other one, the Bride and Seed. Next is the original Insidious, my favorite one out of all three. Great movies. And yes, I can't watch these at night because, I'm old already. I still get scared watching this stuff. I do believe in this kind of stuff, like ghosts, I guess, or demons, whatever. I do believe in that. You can say whatever you like. I do believe in it. Next is Jurassic Park. Great movie. Best out of the trilogy. Oh, now you can say quadruple trilogy or quadrupleology. I don't know how you say it. Yeah, that. Next is my Child's Play collection. And I have it in this case. I bought one of these cases because the case that it came with felt like it was going to break the damn disc. So I bought that to go with it. Next is Spy. Melissa McCarthy movie. Surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be as good as all the other movies that she's done. The only one that I didn't like of hers was Tammy. It was funny at some points, but it wasn't hilarious all the way through. This was. And I haven't seen Boss yet, but I'll probably see that when it comes out. Next is Heaven is for Real, another controversial biblical movie. Nothing more to say to that. I don't want to offend so many religious people. Next is the Boondock Saints. I'm not religious, but I do believe. But anyway, Boondock Saints, the best one out of the two movies. The Letdown movie, number 2. It was funny. It wasn't as good as the original, so it was kind of sad. It took them like almost 2 decades, or 2 decades to even make. Yeah, I think it was 2 decades for them to make. Next is the most offensive movie that's probably he's ever done, and that's The Dictator. Makes fun of terrorists and everything, and I have a dark sense of humor. Like I find this kind of stuff hilarious as well. And I see a lot of people who hate this movie, and then the new movie that he came out with, Brothers Grimsby. They don't even show it in the previews. They even showed that he made this movie. They showed that he made Borat, Bruno, and Ali G, but they didn't show this one. And I can see why. It's super offensive. Alright, I think I'm almost caught up to, or I think I did caught up with where I was recording and left off. Alright, next is The Other Woman. Good movie. I told you I'm into chick flicks for some reason. Don't ask me why. Yeah, all these 3 of these women were hot. Can't say anything more about that. Next is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Sorry, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Love this movie when it came out. It blew me away. Cannot wait for, I think it's War for the Planet of the Apes is the new one that's coming out. But this was way better than Rise. I do not have Rise on Blu-ray. I do have it on DVD. It's over there. But I want to get it on Blu-ray, but I want to get it for like $5 when it's on sale. Next is the original Transformers. Why does it look like it's open? Okay, so I think this is the best one. I thought, but like, oh, actually that's a lie. I do like all of them. Second one is the most offensive one out of all 4. But yeah, this is the only Transformers from the trilogy before the 4th one that I have. I should get the other 2 Blu-rays someday. Next is the winner of so many Oscars last year, or this year, I guess. Mad Max Fury Road. We got the 3D version only because they didn't have the regular Blu-ray version. I don't have a 3D Blu-ray or a 3D TV, but this is the only one they had at Best Buy. So bought that. Oh god, that hurt. The original Mad Max. I don't have the other 2. I've seen half of it. Didn't see the rest of it the whole time. The Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day. Good movie. Not as good as the first one, obviously, but it was pretty entertaining. One of my favorite series of all time. And the third one is hated most out of all 3. And if you guys haven't guessed it by now, it's a comic book movie. And the first one is Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. My favorite comic book hero ever. It's my favorite one. The original one, loved it. Next is Tom said the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. The best one. That's all I'm going to say about that. The best one of the Sam Raimi trilogy. Next is the least favorite one. Everybody's least favorite Spider-Man movie from the trilogy. Spider-Man 3. I watched this in the theaters. I liked it. I was the only kid when I saw it. And I can see why people hated it. And yeah. Next is The Amazing Spider-Man. I loved Andrew Garfield more than Tobey Maguire. And I love Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man as well. But Tobey Maguire portrayed Peter Parker as a nerd from a different time. I think this is a more modern take on Spider-Man, and I can't wait to see Tom Holland as Spider-Man in Civil War. Next is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. A lot of people hated this movie. I see why. I loved it. I thought it was way better than the first one. I loved Jamie Foxx as Electro. It was finally a new superhero that they haven't done yet in the movies. And yeah, then people are gonna say that the problem with this movie is too many villains, and I can say yeah, I can see why that's a problem. Next is X-Men: Days of Future Past, the Rogue cut. Not much of a difference from the original cut. No, they just added a few scenes of Rogue in it, but it doesn't really change the plot too much. But, you know, I had to get it because I wanted to see the difference. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. It was a really good movie. That was the first X-Men movie I've ever seen in theaters, and I was not disappointed. Next is Hellboy 2, not as good as the original, but it was great. I remember seeing this, but I thought it was the original for some reason. But now, when I saw it recently, and then I was like, yeah, I've seen it before. I just didn't remember if it was the second one or the first one. But I have seen it before. And then here's the original, the best one out of the two. Can't go wrong with this movie. Loved it. For some reason, I thought it was a Marvel movie, but it's not. Next is Don John. This is like a porno movie sort of a thing. This to Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Scarlett Johansson, and Julianne Moore. Good movie. If you are still living with your parents or whatever, you're over 18 or not. If you're gonna watch this, do not watch it when there's people home. Do not watch it because there's a bunch of sex noises and a bunch of that kind of stuff. But if you watch Game of Thrones with your family, then yeah, go ahead and watch it with your family. Next is The Fault in Our Stars. Haven't seen it yet. I heard a lot of good things about it. And oh my god, my paws are getting huge. Alright, next is one of my favorite movies that really has no plot, really. If you think about it, and it's pulling that on it. Great movie. I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it like 3 years ago. Finally, great movie. It has no plot. Literally, you're just watching Napoleon Dynamite's life on his everyday life and everything. Not really much of a plot, but it was a good movie, entertaining. Liked him. I did have his boots when I was a kid too, the snow boots. I did have that. Next is one of my favorite movies of last year, or I can't say last year anymore. 2014. That's Birdman. I asked my mom to watch this. She was confused as hell. I was too at first, but then I really liked it. The acting, superb. Every actor and actress in this movie, they nailed it. That is the same guy that directed The Revenant, right? Yeah, I haven't seen The Revenant yet, and it's already out. I don't know what I'm doing here doing this and don't have it yet. Let me see it. Next is the X-Men and the Wolverine collection. It has every single X-Men movie to date, other than Days of Future Past, and now that Apocalypse is coming out. Yeah. But I didn't like X-Men at first, and then I got into it, and I got all of them. These good movies. Next is my original copy of Days of Future Past. Love this movie. I saw it in theaters. Great movie. I'm surprised. I should have probably sold this, but I'm not going to. I do have, I think, a few movies in here that I have duplicates of. Whether it's like a collection pack or by themselves when I got it the first time. But yeah, I probably should sell this, but this is my original copy. I like the cover on that one too. Next is The Lost World Jurassic Park, my least favorite out of the other ones, even though what's his face is in it. Next is one of the most overrated movies ever, Frozen. See why people loved it. I loved it too. It's not amazing, and they don't have to market the crap out of it though with all the merchandise. But they did. I can't do it. Oh, here it is. Guardians of the Galaxy. One of the biggest surprises of 2014. I did not think this was going to be a good movie. My family was skeptical to go see this with me. I wanted to go see it just to give this movie a chance. We all saw it. Blew our minds. This is one of our favorite movies of the cinematic universe. Next is one of my favorite movies of 2015. I think this came out in 2015, but Ex Machina. Great film. The cinematography, everything was great about this movie. And the chick that plays the robot, Alicia Vikander, she's fantastic. Super hot. She's coming out as Tomb Raider. They just announced that she's going to be the next Tomb Raider, which is going to be pretty interesting to see. Next is, this is the actual box for my Chucky collection. Here it is right here. And yeah, they came with a nice packaging. The only thing that sucked is the discs, the way they're hold. Feels like I'm gonna break them. That's the only one downside. With that, I just kept the box because it looks